Hey, hello, welcome back to Get Hooked Outdoors. Today's segment was going to be leading, kind of following up on the last video we had where, my son and I went out fishing and ran into the issue where my aerator pump started leaking really bad in the boat. So we talked about, having to replace them. So I've got my parts in, I've got my Bilge pump and my aerator pump that we're going to go ahead and replace. Bilge pump that's in there currently does still work, but the boat's 8 years old, so it's about time for us to go ahead and let's go ahead and make sure that everything's maintained so we don't get stuck somewhere out there. So today we're going to go through unpacking of the two pumps, and then we're going to go ahead and go through the installation process and see how easy it really is to take care of this stuff yourself. As you can see, I've got a 17-foot Mako Skiff here. It is undercover here, try to take care of it best I can. And I'm going to go through and get this thing so we can get this boat back up in the water. So let's go through and hopefully this will help you somewhere along the way. All right, hello everyone. Like I said, we ordered these two pumps from GetHookedAccessories.com. The business is Get Hooked Outdoor Accessories. Just really encouraging everybody to get outside, get outdoors. Life's just too short, too busy just to forget about life itself. So just go outside, get outside and enjoy. So I ordered these two pumps here. Only took a couple days to get in, so we're going to go through the unpacking of both of these pumps here. First, we're going to go through the aerator pump here. It comes in some nice packaging here. It's from Johnson Pumps. Very reliable, very well known too. Let's see here. All right. So there's different style pumps here. This has got the 90-degree angle here, which my boat is hooked up for. So just basically what your needs are, you're gonna order the one you need. 12 volt. This is a 500 gallons per hour, which is plenty for my aerator. I've got a small one up front in the front of my boat that I use. It comes with some packaging here to make sure it's there. Here's some instructions, removing the cartridges and things like that are in there. And it just comes with a couple other accessory parts for attachments and that, for whatever system you may have. Pretty simple. Next, we're going to look at this is our the Johnson pump. Also, this is for our bilge pump. Of course, this is going to make sure that it's going to save your life one day out there, possibly. I know there's been a couple incidences where I've taken my boat out of the inlets on some pretty rough days, and the way my boat is set, if you hit the wave just right, it's almost like a bailing whale sucking up water, and I've had water clean up in the sides of my boat. And this bilge pumps, especially it's 1,000 gallons per hour, really does the job, does a great job, and of course you want to make sure that especially these are working the way they should be. So let's go through this here. Same style packaging. Got the same Johnson pump. Instructions. Pretty simple, straightforward, and again, more connections to make sure that the installation is done properly. And what's nice is these are I've got Johnson pumps in there now from the manufacturer when they built the boat. So these should, in theory, they should install exactly the way the others are. So it should be a pretty simple installation. If you're looking to replace them, just to make life easier on you, I would probably try to get the same style of pump that's currently in there. If not a big deal. You get yourself a little gel coat. Make sure you fill in the holes in that. If you're going to make new holes, fill in the old holes, just to make sure everything's sealed and nothing gets into your boat itself. All right, guys. To start out, we're going to be changing out the aerator pump first. And in this particular boat, my aerator pump is not screwed on the inside. It actually has a 90-degree angle tube that comes out, and it gets attached and screwed on out here. And we use some epoxy sealant to kind of make it adhesive. So we're going to go ahead and take this strainer off here, or this cover, used just to help out, make sure it's not sucking up any garbage. Might even want to get a new cover here. This thing getting a little age worn here, but not a huge deal. Looks like it's still pretty intact. It's not cracking or anything. Yeah, just do a little cleaning, wipe it up here, maybe throw some UV spray on there to help protect it a little longer. But as you can see, it's got another little bracket here. Then you've got the nut that you'll unscrew off of that 90-degree tube. Looks like another like a kind of a rubber washer that's attached to it, and then it's got the silicone that's right behind it that helps it keep it adhesive to the boat and, of course, seals it. So here's our pump here. This is our aerator pump. So we're going to take off the hoses off first, make it easier to work the whole pump itself. Okay, so we're back underneath here. So I was able to break the mold up free. And you can see how it just kind of slides out. Want to make sure that we clean up all this debris, scrape all this off the wall, make sure we get a nice fresh clean surface here, so when we put it back on. So there is no, on this particular one, there is no bolting it, screwing it down. It's all bolted through the hull and sealed up. Very simple on that part. So with this off now, I'm just going to unscrew this fixture, this pump. Actually, sealant we'll get it all cleaned up, wiped up, and make sure it's nice and dry, ready for the new sealant. We'll seal it all back in, plug it in, and ready to roll. So I got, you know, after you get it rewired and that, you got it all cleaned up. Make sure, you know, you got it all cleaned up. You got all as much as that the old sealant off. Now it's just time to replace the unit. Pretty quick, simple. Make sure we're getting it in. We're going to do some measurements here on the other side on how far the rod goes through. We're gonna tape it off, and then we're gonna put some sealant around the threads and then around both sides. Make sure it's nice and sealed, so no water intrusion occurs. And we'll just clean it up and we're done. get all the hoses hooked back up, and we'll be completed. So we're just, you know, we've put this back together, the aerator pump. And what we did is we, of course, we had to put some sealant around there. So what we used is this 3M 5200 adhesive sealant for the outside here. That should give it a nice permanent seal. Make sure that you know that you get all the areas around the holes of the screws along the sides, and just get it back together. On the inside, we use this waterproof sealant. It's a silicone base, just for the inside, just to keep it nice and sealed. Make sure you get a you know, adequate amount, so that as it's pressed, as it gets screwed in and it gets pressed forward, it's just gonna pop out. Make sure all the seals around it are done, so no water intrusion comes in. So next we're going to work on is replacing the bilge pump. It should be a little bit easier. Just probably a few screws, take off the hoses, change it out, and then change the wiring out, and we'll get this boat back in the water as soon as we can, and we'll be on our way. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so here's our bilge pump here, and looks like it's going to be just a little simpler to manage. And let's see, we don't have to take that off. I'll just unscrew the outtake hose. Okay. All right. Well, there was 3 screws. It looks like that back one broke off. So let's extract that. And we're just gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning here. Let's save these screws for the next pump. Get all that cleaned up. Then we'll rewire the other pump and screw it back in, and we're ready to roll. That's how quick and simple this is going to be. All right, so we've got it rewired. Now we're going to just screw this back in. Put a little silicone around the screw heads. I've already tested it. It runs. It is in good working condition. And the one last one all the way in the back, the fun one. Nope. So we just finished up the bilge pump and everything turned out great. You know, like I said before, you're buying the same pumps that you are taking off. Chances are they're going to fit right in the same holes, and it's going to make your job that much easier for you. Everything's working great. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to save that old bilge pump that I had on there because it still does work. It could be a great backup for me. If for some reason something happens, I'm out in the water and I need an extra pump for any reason, I'll have it there with me, and I'm going to have it set up to where all I have to do is just hook it up to the battery and let it start pumping it out. So we'll find out on our next trip out. We'll be heading out sometime soon, and we'll make sure that everything is working good and nothing leaks. Thank you for taking your time to visit with us and to watch our videos. Please make sure that you like and share and subscribe to our page so that we can keep you updated on different things, new adventures coming up. Thank you and get hooked.